I was born in a pizza that balances itself through an hard cooked solid base, a crust crunchy and rich of flavor, and a topping rich of colors. The base is the part I love the most, because even if sometimes it's burned and overcooked, is the part that sustains the whole pizza. The Greeks were there traveling and trading across the Mediterranean Sea, prepared the dog and made it levitate with the name of Neapolis, which means new city. The place that they have chosen is full of water flowing down the nearby crusts and near Owen, and a nice weather, always sunny, where I enjoy every meal. Even if the nearby Owen is connected underground with the nearby sea, and that unfortunately makes the pizza shake and burn. Without the oven, we couldn't have any rich soil where cultivate our ingredients for our world famous topping pizza, and moreover for the red and white grape that provide the beverage. Since the Greeks choose a splendid location where made the pizza levitate, the pizza maker changed with the flow of time. There were Romans, Germans, Spanish and French. Every population give us another ingredient to enrich our flavored pizza and create a culture that reflects in the UNESCO 693.3 protected dialect. Speaking of topping, we have three flavors on this pizza: the historical one, the seaside, and the crust. Every one of these flavors was affected by the population that colonized it. Since the historical one was colonized by the Roman, then the Spanish constructed the seaside, and the French ones built the crust. In the historical area, we can have the first taste that also is a UNESCO Human Heritage Site, which means that has the most beautiful monuments in the city, like churches, the cathedral, the Royal Palace, the Royal Theatre, and at the King's Gallery we can do some shopping. Also, if you love to eat, there is the historical street of the pizzeria, where you can buy and eat the original Naples pizza that was made to the Regina Margherita, the Queen Margherita of Savoy in the 19th century. From the Royal Palace, we can move to the second flavor, the seaside, where you can find on the street going to the city park the Egg Castle, built entirely on the water and which is supposed to hold, hidden in these walls, a golden egg that nobody has found. The city park also holds the aquarium, where you can see beautiful fish from around the world, but if you don't want to see the fish, instead you want to eat them, under the castle there are the fisherman house that sell fish fresh from the restaurants, and you can eat them. We need also to try the crust flavor. Some of the toppings fell on the crust. The first one is Posillipo, where wealthy people and soccer players live. This part of the crust is benedicted by the light of the sun and crushed into the safer sea. Take a bath here is a must for every tourist. The second one is the Vomero Hill. Since we are tired, we relax here, do some shopping on the way, or eating an ice cream on the castle on the hill which dominates the city, where we can see, we can enjoy also the sightseeing of an amazing view. As Goethe also said, I won't say another word about the beauties of the city and its situation, which have been described and praised often. As they say here, vedi Napoli e poi muori. See Naples and then die. One can't blame the Napolitan for never want to leave the city. After a year away, it was an hard decision to choose between studying or going back home. I'm proud of our decision to improve, but since everybody loves pizza, just take a slice. Thank you.
So your time's in at about 5 minutes and 50 seconds, Nick. All right. Let's go ahead and start off with the strengths. What are the things that moved us about Nick's speech that we want to commend him for, that we thought were beautiful?
You made me hungry no matter how much time you speak, okay? I don't care about time, keep going. You had a good eye contact. Seriously good eye contact. I mean, that's very hard to miss. You like swirling everybody, and that's really good in all the directions. And also, I've noticed that you have a great story. That's some story. I mean, you probably spent a lot of time on come up to the story, because it's really amazing how you did that. All right, so let's go. Thanks. Gracias.
Prego.
You both of you guys.
Last time I noticed that all your movement is just step back and move forward, but this time you walk more and but in a natural and comfortable way. So I think it's a great progress compared to last time.
It's dancing. I practice dancing. Now it's different.
Yeah. Also, you use you use good breath painting to visualize your speech and make it easier to understand.
And I also liked how you used the ending we learned today in the class in your speech, like waiting for a few seconds and then say thank you.
I really like your energy, really, and your gestures.
Thank you.
Maybe 2 more comments.
Good tone. You know, with the level going up, level goes down, you can see the difference in every sentence. So pretty much you carry your emotions through your voice, which is really it's really cool, because you can relate to that. You know, in every sentence you speak, you can relate to that one way or another. So that was
Thank
good.
you.
And I also liked in the end when you had to read something.
Yeah,
And
it was
that-
a Goethe quote, so I have to read it because it's Goethe.
Yeah, but I liked that you not stood up there and then, I don't know, like waited for a few seconds, tried to remember it, but you just, you know, took it and then read it to us, and not like waiting for a few seconds.
Yeah, actually, that was the hard part because in lesson today we don't speak about our reading a quote, so I don't know how. I had the quote, because, but they speak about quotes today, so I don't know how many it is. So I took and read.
All right. What are our recommendations for Nick? What are things that we want to help him
Tell me.
strengthen and improve for his next speech?
Me? So remember when Erica was telling us about how you should point the pictures, or something on the board, like step, then point, then step back, like a 3-step thing. So if you next time, if you take a little bit less time on concentrating on the picture rather than point, and just turn your head towards the audience, just spend more time with the audience rather than with the board, in other words. And that was it.
Thank you.
I think maybe you can change the tone and pace of your speech during speech, so that audience can have a clear image of the organization of your speech.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In the early beginning, you were looking down a little bit. Maybe nervousness. And then you start to be really confident. But at early beginning, you will see on the video.
Yeah. I was a little nervous.
Maybe two more comments.
Maybe next time papers is not needed. That notes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have a happy face, but this happy face related to the happy speech, so it's cool. Yeah, and I think it's sometimes you have a happy face, and sometimes you just steal, and maybe it's better.
Thank you.
Alright, Nick, excellent job.
Thank you.
I want to commend you for the beautiful language that you used all throughout your speech. I especially noted the very beginning of your speech. You were very focused on bringing the audience in with the descriptive language, talking about the pizza, talking about smells, and about taste. That worked, I think, for all of us. So excellent job there. I also saw that immediately you started the speech, you kind of gave your first introductory sentences, and then you started to move around on the stage. And I saw you really trying to engage the entire stage and really work as much as you can.
Yeah.
So excellent job with that. You did a really good job. I think that it seemed like maybe it helps you calm you down a little bit the more that you moved. I don't know, but if it does, then just remember that and keep doing that. I also want to thank you for the information that you shared in this speech. There was so much that I learned, so I was thankful for that. And great job being able to remember all of the kind of factual information that you shared. That's hard. Sometimes really sharing factual information in speeches is just challenging when we forget, and you did a great job not showing your nerves of trying to remember anything that you were sharing, so excellent job with that. I want to talk to you about the relationship that you have with your script, with the with actually having something in front of you, because it didn't seem like you needed it, minus the quote that you actually read. And I worry that maybe it held you back a little bit from really fully engaging with the audience. When you walked onto the stage, you paused and waited for the audience to kind of be ready for you. But then instead of remaining and kind of keeping eye contact with the audience, you looked down a couple of times at the script, make sure you remembered what your first couple sentences are going to be, and then you started, right? And I wonder what the first couple of minutes would have looked like if you didn't have the script and you knew that you knew kind of the beginning, because I think you did know it, right? You did know it because you said it. You absolutely knew it, right? But that fear, and when things are in front of us, we will always lean on them. They will always be a crutch, right? So I wonder what would happen if it wasn't really there, or if you put it all the way over to the side so that it's not directly in front of you, but you know, okay, in that moment of absolutely forgetting, I still have it, right? But it's not right here, because I think that for example, your classmates kind of shared that the tone of the speech should kind of mimic some of the organization, and just remembering the kind of changed tones throughout the speech. I think that you'll find that you use your voice a lot more if you're not focused so much on your script. I also want to commend you for your hand gestures. I really appreciated the extent of your hand gestures. You had great moments where you're kind of talking about like the Spanish and the Romans, and you like really were very great with your hand gestures. And I think that I want to encourage you to use them more, because I think that when you used your hands, it actually slowed your speech down a little bit. And you have these excellent lines throughout your speech where your voice slowed so much that it gave the audience an opportunity to come into your speech again. You had a moment where you said, you know, you're talking about the fish, and you said, but if you do not want to eat the fish, right? You had that moment in the pause that you did after saying but, and then the way you slowed down gave the audience an opportunity to laugh with you, right? And really kind of be in the script with you. And I remember you used your hands kind of during that moment. So remember your pauses. Remember that slowing down is always an effective way to stay with the audience throughout your speech. And again, I just want to remind you that you are an excellent speaker. You don't need your script, because I think that you know